Terror in the skies. Giant snake attacks United States plane. A shocking and unprecedented event unfolded in the skies over the United States recently, leaving passengers and aviation experts alike stunned. A commercial airliner on a routine domestic flight became the setting for a surreal nightmare when a giant snake, measuring an estimated 25 feet in length, was discovered aboard the aircraft. The creature's sudden appearance and ensuing chaos have raised questions about aviation safety, wildlife regulations, and the resilience of human response in high-stakes emergencies. On December 23, 2024, Flight 726, operated by Skyline Airways, departed from Miami International Airport en route to Los Angeles. The flight, carrying 178 passengers and crew, began as a standard cross-country journey. Approximately 2 hours into the flight over the central United States, passengers in the economy class cabin reported hearing strange noises emanating from the overhead compartments. What initially seemed like a minor disturbance escalated dramatically when a massive snake, later identified as a green anaconda, slithered into view. Eyewitness accounts describe a scene of utter pandemonium. "I thought it was a prank at first," said passenger Denise Franklin, who was seated near the back of the plane. "Then I saw its head. It was enormous. People started screaming and climbing onto their seats." Videos captured by passengers show the snake moving through the cabin, its sheer size making it difficult to believe such a creature could have stowed away unnoticed. The flight crew quickly sprang into action. Captain Robert Myers, with over 20 years of experience, declared an in-flight emergency and began coordinating with air traffic control for an immediate landing. Meanwhile, the cabin crew, led by Chief Flight Attendant Carla Ruiz, worked to contain the situation. Using makeshift barriers, they attempted to restrict the snake's movement and keep passengers out of harm's way. "Our training doesn't cover handling a giant snake on a plane," Ruiz later remarked, "but we focused on keeping everyone calm and preventing any injuries." Despite their efforts, the snake's erratic movements caused damage to the cabin, including dislodging panels and toppling luggage. The plane was diverted to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, where emergency personnel, including wildlife experts, awaited its arrival. After a tense 45-minute descent, the aircraft landed safely and all passengers were evacuated. Remarkably, no serious injuries were reported, although several passengers were treated for shock and minor cuts sustained during the commotion. The snake's origins. The presence of a giant anaconda aboard a commercial flight has baffled authorities and prompted an investigation by the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, and the Transportation Security Administration, TSA. Initial findings suggest that the snake may have been smuggled onto the plane as part of an illegal wildlife trafficking operation. Experts believe the snake was likely concealed in checked baggage, escaping its container mid-flight. Dr. Emily Carter, a herpetologist at the National Wildlife Institute, expressed concern over the incident. Anacondas are not native to the United States, and their presence on an aircraft highlights serious gaps in our wildlife trafficking prevention measures. This could have been catastrophic. Legal and ethical implications. In the wake of the incident, questions are being raised about airline security protocols and the responsibilities of passengers. Skyline Airways has faced criticism for not detecting the smuggled snake during pre-flight baggage screening. Additionally, wildlife conservation groups have called for stricter penalties for those involved in the illegal trade of exotic animals. "This event should serve as a wake-up call," said Maria Lopez, director of Animal Protection Alliance. "Wildlife trafficking isn't just a conservation issue. It's a public safety risk." The FAA has announced plans to review and potentially enhance screening procedures to prevent similar incidents in the future. Meanwhile, authorities are working to identify the individual or group responsible for smuggling the snake onto the plane. Passenger reactions. For those aboard Flight 726, the ordeal was a harrowing experience that will not soon be forgotten. Several passengers have described feelings of disbelief and fear, while others have praised the crew for their professionalism under pressure. "They did an amazing job keeping us safe," said Mark Jensen, who was traveling with his family. "But I don't think I'll ever look at air travel the same way again." The incident has also sparked a wave of humor and speculation on social media, with many drawing comparisons to the 2006 film Snakes on a Plane. the hashtag #RealLifeSnakeSonneplane quickly trended as users shared memes and jokes about the surreal event. Lessons learned. While the situation aboard Flight 726 ended without major casualties, it has highlighted several critical areas for improvement in aviation and wildlife regulation. Enhanced baggage screening. Current technologies and procedures must be evaluated to address the potential for concealed wildlife in both carry-on and checked luggage. Crew training. Although rare, incidents involving wildlife aboard aircraft may necessitate additional training for flight crews to ensure passenger safety. Public awareness. Greater emphasis on educating the public about the dangers and consequences of wildlife trafficking could help deter such activities. Legislative action. Strengthening laws and penalties related to the smuggling of exotic animals may reduce the frequency of such incidents. The giant snake attack aboard Skyline Airways Flight 726 serves as a chilling reminder of the unpredictable challenges that can arise in air travel. As investigations continue, the incident underscores the need for vigilance, innovation, and cooperation among airlines, regulatory bodies, and wildlife conservationists to ensure the safety of passengers and the preservation of ecosystems. For those who lived through the event, the memory of a 25-foot snake slithering through the cabin will remain a vivid and surreal chapter in their lives. And for the rest of the world, it is a sobering, if somewhat cinematic, example of the unexpected perils that can emerge in an interconnected and globalized society.